are in Ubud, going to the monkey forest to see our cousins and feed them some bananas, check it out, and have a little play with little babies.
If I had 1,000 tongues, I would sing with everyone. Voices like a mountain song.
I've been coming to Bali since I was 3 years old. Bali is a jewel of an island. It's known as the Island of the Gods. It is one special place surrounded by thousands of other islands that make up the archipelago of Indonesia. Bali is one of the predominantly Hindu islands surrounded by Muslim islands, so there's a very special energy about this place, and I'm so grateful that I've been able to call this place a home away from home, somewhere I've come to so many times since I was a little girl with my family. There are so many things that I love about Bali. First and foremost is the people. They just have this joy about them, and they're always smiling and always willing to help and care for the people around them in any way. So as a little girl, it was extra special to have so many people around me smiling and wanting to play and engage. And I think that stems over into their love for their island and their culture, and there's this beautiful quality of ceremony. In every single day, I have memories from a little girl until now, seeing the locals creating offerings and lighting incense and praying to the gods and maintaining this reverence for the land and for spirits all around them. What I love about the women of Bali is that they are so strong. You'll see them on the streets carrying large rocks and bricks on their heads, balancing them in baskets and balancing all sorts of things on their heads with so much grace. They're strong, and yet there's this beautiful femininity about them, that they stand tall and proud even while they're carrying heavy stuff on their head ready to work at a building site. It's so amazing. So many memories of my childhood are spending at least 2 months in Bali a year and playing at the beach with my local Balinese friends while my parents would be working. I'd spend the day eating with my hands and running in and out of the ocean and playing with the local Balinese dogs and the cats and the monkeys. And while I was here as a little girl, in fact, for a number of years, I had a pet monkey. Like any good mother and father, my parents wanted to give me anything that I was longing for, and so when I saw a long-tailed macaque at the beach with a man who was offering to rent it for a number of months, my dad said yes, and he paid the man for the monkey and walked over to me with this adorable little young baby. And this monkey became my dear, dear friend and my pet, my baby, and I named her Sara. And we had this incredible bond and relationship. I have so many sweet memories of her resting in the crook of my elbow and rocking her to sleep and singing to her, feeding her bananas and ice cream and bread and rice, and anything that I was eating I would share with her. And she would just make the cutest sounds, and and play with my younger brother and with anybody that I meet in Bali. So I had a very special connection to the animals here in Bali while I was a little girl. As sweet and as special as the relationship with Sara was, the reality of it is not as sweet and innocent. As I've gotten older, I've come to understand that that little baby monkey wasn't really my baby to have. It wasn't really the right of that man to be renting it, nor for my father to be purchasing it for me to play with for a few months. As I've gotten older, I've come to understand more, and my parents have even come to understand more about the welfare of animals and how they're cared for in Bali, and the inhumane way in which these babies are actually taken from their mothers to be used as pets for tourists. So I understand now that it really wasn't the sweet, idyllic, playful experience for the baby monkey that it might have been for me as a child. As our time was wrapping up in Bali, there was only one place we could think of that we wanted to take little Sofie, and that was the monkey sanctuary. She loves monkeys and makes all kinds of sounds like a monkey, so we felt like it was the perfect place to wrap up our time and have a family experience.
Mama.
It's so cool watching Sofie having these experiences for the first time. She's in amazement by all the little monkeys and wants to go up and touch them all, which is really cute, but also makes my heart jump into my throat just a little bit. So I'm trying to keep it cool and also let her have the freedom to get close and experience it while keeping her safe. Oh, the challenge. Oh, the dance of parenting. So there are 749 monkeys in this forest. There are differing ages from little infants, little itty bitty babies, to adult males and females, and there are different tribes, different groups within the forest that all coexist. But on occasion you'll hear a little tiff if, I don't know, the females are flirting with the other males or something like that's going on. There's always a bit of excitement, just like in any community dynamic. They all work really beautifully together, but sometimes there's a little bit of a shaking of the trees, fighting over bananas and all that good stuff. In next week's episode, we are so excited to shine the light on an incredible organization that is doing amazing things in the world, and it's really touched our hearts, and we know it's going to touch yours. So tune in next week. Ow, ow, ow!
Who let the dogs out? How much is that doggy in the window? Arf, arf. The one with the waggly tail. Arf, arf. How much is that doggy in the window? I do hope that doggy's for sale. Arf, arf.
Like, you got something I want, I'm taking it. I can't, I'm gonna show you my
Hey love, you got your heart on your sleeve. Hey you, yeah, your colors changing.